So what's inside this little package? This is the best invention since sliced bread. Just think about that for a second. Because let's talk about what I hate. A big smartphone placed in the middle of the handlebar while I am riding on my motorcycle. Because riding on a motorcycle for me is freedom. It is being in one with the machine, looking at the nature, seeing what's going on, watching the traffic, because you are the small one in traffic. You don't want any interruptions by a smartphone that could ring or text or tweet or anything while you're riding. But do you know what freedom isn't? Not knowing the directions. This is the Beeline Moto GPS. Just look how small it is. This is one of the best motorcycle inventions there has been for years. This is the GPS you need, and there are so many awesome things about this. The way it's mounted even does so when you don't need your GPS, you can just take it off in seconds. And there are no visuals on your handlebar from a GPS or clean. This is the only thing that should be on the handlebar beside of your hands. I'm not a big fan of having a smartphone sitting on the handlebar because it's just too distractive. What can I say? It removes my mindset, it removes my attention from riding a motorcycle, and I really don't want that, but I really hate when I don't know the direction if I have to go a specific place. I hate when I have to stop in the side of the road, take out my smartphone, look, okay, back in the pocket, ride 20 meters, take it up again, look at my smartphone. That is complicated. This is not complicated. It's beautiful. So what's in the package? Let's see. This is the mount where it has to click on like this. There are some other mounts, and then the charging cable. And then we have the rubber bands. I'm very excited to test these rubber bands out because will they run out in time and how is the durability? But the awesome thing with this is that you can just, I have a handlebar up here. And then the GPS is on the handlebar. Just look at this. It is so clean. And you don't need any cables or anything like that because there are 30 hours of battery life on this little unit. And then if you like me, don't want to have this sitting on all the time also because, you know, thieves and stuff like that. And take it with you, put it in the pocket. And then off you go. And if you even not want this sitting on your motorcycle, all clean. It took seconds. As you can hear, I am so stoked and hyped about this GPS from Beeline Moto. I think this invention is so awesome. Nobody wants these huge TFT screens with a GPS. Maybe on a huge adventure bike and stuff like that, maybe, but for me that just needs some specific direction. Sometimes you even have, if you I think this is if you have like a super sports bike with a, what is it called, with a wind fairing. I think it's called a wind fairing in English. And you don't, have handlebars because you have clip-ons, then you can actually put this is like GoPro stickers, and then you can set it inside the wind fairing, and then you can have the GPS mounted like that. So that is actually what's in the package. We have the mounts and the rubber bands and the charger and the GPS. And then we have a little tool for the mount, and then some paperwork and a awesome sticker. This GPS comes in plastic, and then it also comes in metal like this. This is called gun metal. Beautiful, stylish, fits perfectly on the FTR 1200. And let's see how the mechanics inside work on this GPS. So now that we are out on the bike, let's see how fast it actually is to mount this Beeline GPS unit. And there you go, now the GPS is on the handlebar and it sits perfectly still. I can see I've touched this screen with my dirty fingers, but is okay. So what we are going to do now is just to turn the GPS unit on. And then we're going to open up the app. So the first thing you can see on your home screen is that you have some favorite places. And of course I have set in my home destination as my favorite place, so I can just hit home and then it activates the GPS. But we are going on another trip today, so I am going to plan ride. You can see here that I am in the middle of Copenhagen, and you can do different things. You can just hit a spot on the map like this, and then you can see it creates the fastest, most specific way to the destination. But the awesome thing about this GPS is that you can ride in the compass mode. Then it just creates a straight line. That means that this GPS will just point you to the direction of your destination, but you can choose for yourself which way you want to go. And that is the most awesome feature that this GPS unit has. But let's say let's go to, let's just go to this supermarket. And as you can see now, it creates the compass route to this destination, but I really want to take the fastest way possible. So I am clicking over here on the tab where it says 8 minutes, and then it creates the fastest way possible. Another awesome thing is that if you are on a trip or something like that and you want to have other destination on your trip, you just simply tap on your route and then you can just move this around, and as you can see, it creates a new way like this. And I actually also want to go up here, bam, and then you have created your new route, but still have the same destination as you wanted to start with. But I just want to have the most specific and fastest way, so I am canceling the alternative routes, and then we're just going with the flow and hit OK. Bam. And as you can see, it activated the GPS unit over here. So now what you can do is turn this off and put it in your pocket. And then you can see a couple of things on this GPS. It has this big arrow, white arrow, which tells you that you are on your right direction. This arrow follows the road that you're driving in. And I just want to, come with a little disclaimer that my handlebar is a bit bent. So it is not completely straight. It would actually have been a nice feature if you could change, the compass inside, so you could set your own fixed point if you actually have a bended handlebar as I do. But it's not a big deal, you can still see what's going on. On top we have this little diagram which tells us how far we are on the ride, and then the little dot that is actually on top of the route is where you have to turn next. So if I have to turn right, this dot will turn over to the right, and if I have to turn left next time, then it's going to the left. In the middle it says that I have to go straight ahead for 1.1 kilometers, and in the middle here we just have this simple turning around. It is changing to, if you're going to a roundabout, it will tell you with a symbol that you have to take the third exit in the roundabout. It would also tell you if the road is splitting, then it tells you that you have to turn right. So you actually have all the, needed information in this little unit. So let's just turn on the bike and let's get going. And while I will put on my motorcycle gear, don't forget to turn in on Moto Marvelous on Instagram for behind the scenes pictures and awesome photo shoots with the bikes that I am doing videos about. So let's go.
Well, that's an awesome way to drive around with your cargo. So as you can see now, I just have to go straight ahead for 1 kilometer, and you can actually see that when I get to, what can I say, the destination after this kilometers, I have to turn slightly to the right. So let's see how it's going, and let's just hit the button over here. Yep, that is the sound we need. There are some other buttons on this GPS unit that you can, what can I say, click on while riding, and then you can see some other informations. You can see how fast you're going, you can see some other information, and you can also see the time and how far your current trip has taken, and you can see how much battery there are on your devices. So as you can see, I have to charge up my phone as quick as possible. Now the weather is quite sunny, and I must say the backlight in this LCD screen is very good, because you can see it's very sharp and you really can see everything. There are no shadows hidden, anything of your information. If I move my head a little bit, then you can actually see how bright this screen is, and that is actually pretty important, that you can see what's on the screen. So awesome detail. So let's see how I am going to, well, hello. I have to turn right, so I am taking the exit over here. Now it has actually already updated my next pinpoint, so I have to go straight ahead for 924 meters, and then it says that I have to turn right. So that is what I'm going to do. As you can see now, the big arrow has actually turned to the right now, and that actually means that I just have to follow the road to the right. It is so easy, and I was actually afraid when I got this GPS that it would be confusing, but now that I have ridden with this GPS unit for a week and a 2 now, it just makes sense. It is so easy to watch, and you don't have to watch your GPS all the time, because you get all the information you need when you need them. I must say that this solution is, I know I am talking very, what can I say, good about this GPS, but I really think that this solution is the perfect solution, because why would I have my smartphone sitting here and, what can I say, interrupt my riding experience? And there's actually not space for it anyway, so look how small it is. It's so small. So for fun, let's just take another route that this GPS tells us to do, and let's just see how it reacts. You can see it's still thinking that we are on the highway, and that's because we are on top of the highway, but I think in a couple of seconds, when we have ridden a little bit, it will reroute. Yes, oh, and that happened quickly, and then I actually saw. So now it has just given us a new direction, and that is that we have to turn right in 1.5 kilometers. It's one of the first day we actually have this nice weather here in this spring. The spring in Denmark has been awful, and it hasn't been this awful for years. Like yesteryear, or what do I say? The spring was amazing. It was hot, it was sunny, it was so awesome to ride a motorcycle. This is the first ride I have in over a week, so it has been raining so freaking much. So it's nice to get out on the bike once again. So let's see, we have to turn right in 200 meters, so I guess I have to keep my eyes open for our turning spot. I think it's up here. And we have to turn right here. So let's just say that you, what can I say, you found your own way to your destination and you want to stop the GPS. Then you just, of course, hold into the side. And then you can actually hit the button on top. And then it says end right. yes please, arrived, and then it actually says how far I have been ridden with the Beeline activated. And now I can actually go into the app and watch the whole route on the application. So guys, that was actually everything I had for you today. I can really recommend this GPS unit from Beeline, and no, this is not sponsored. I have been waiting for years for a GPS unit like this, so I can 100% recommend it. I think it is awesome. So if you are like me, hates to have a big phone sitting on your handlebar, then this solution is for you. So that was everything I had for you today, guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you aren't already, and if you're new here, welcome. It is so nice to see you. See ya.